JHK here in Bangkok ahead of one fight night 13, and surprise, surprise, we get a late fight added to the card. Tye Ruotolo, thank you, man, so much for taking the time.
Yes, sir. No problem. I'm stoked to be on the card and yeah, ready to go.
Well, we were talking off camera, and you were saying that this was something that was in the works, not the opponent, but you returning. Take us through the process of this whole thing coming together.
Yeah, I've been trying to stay as busy as possible, and it's been pretty tough for my brother and I to stay busy. We've had a lot of opponents pull out, and I had a couple of guys that just never really went through and committed. So this guy, Doggy, was the one to commit, and I don't know much about him, but I know for sure he's got some big balls to take it short notice. There's not a lot of guys that want to fight with me, anyways. So a lot of respect to him, and I'm excited to fight him.
Yeah, that's one thing, right? Is that you get to a certain point in your career where you're gonna have hard time finding people to face off against you, right? And you mentioned the MMA, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But Doggy, like you said, he's got the balls. What else does he have?
For sure. I've seen him in that fight with Christian Lee. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? He had that title fight. And, I've seen he's a really good wrestler. Dagestan, they're all good over there. I made a joke the other day. There isn't a Russian that doesn't have good wrestling, Everyone and their mama, but, he's for sure going to be tough and durable. And, I know he's got a lot of heart, so I can tell he's going to be tough. And I'm excited. That's my favorite type of fight, is to have a war. And, anytime my opponent comes at me is when I shine and do my best, So as long as he's not on the cage pushing, we should have a good match.
Mikey was saying this. He was saying that, with the MMA fighters, in their sport, they have to go after the finish, and that kind of allows them to come into grappling and do the same exact thing. And it also helps the grapplers to see more openings. What do you say about that?
No, I agree for sure. I think jiu-jitsu fighters that have a lot of experience in jiu-jitsu know how to slow the game down and know how to stall. And, MMA fighters, for the most part, it's not as, you're going for the kill, right? So jiu-jitsu, we need more of that, and a couple of us have that, and we have that, that aggression and that's really what it's all about, is going for the kill, right? So, I think as long as the majority of jiu-jitsu is doing that, we should be able to grow the sport, like how One and Chaudhry's visions are, So pretty soon I think it's going to go so global, so big, as long as we all keep fighting.
Yeah, it's all about the highlights at the
Yeah.
end of the day, right?
Exactly.
And if you have a long list of highlights, if you go for submissions, and even if you don't get the submission, but if you're attacking and attacking, it does make the pace much better for a viewer, right?
Right. It makes it beautiful to watch if you do it correctly, right? Otherwise, it's just no. I don't like to watch boring match. No one does, It's a lose-lose for everyone, So yeah, it's just all about finding the right matchups with guys that want to come at you, So I'm hoping that Doggy, I'm for sure think he's gonna come at me, I was like, even my last match with Rainier, I was thinking he was gonna come at me more, meet me in the middle, but he's playing the cage a lot, and it's no excuses. I got to figure out ways to get my opponents off the cage as well, especially bigger ones, and I'm gonna have to figure that out as well. But as of right now, we got Doggy. He's closer to my size, so I'm ready to go.
Yeah, a 180-pound catch weight fight. Where do you usually walk around at?
Yeah, I walk around 185. I get heavy though as well. I can get up to 190 and 200, but that's a little bit of fat for sure. Walking around like 185 in shape. And yeah, I feel great right now at this weight. I could probably drop another 10 if I really wanted, get down to 170. That's where my brother's at. He's got the belt over there, and I was thinking maybe we could market our fight and we could have a sick match, But the thing is, he's running that division right now. I'm gonna let him do his thing, and when the time's ready, I'll probably want to take that belt from him. So
Yeah, that's going to be a day that I think a lot of people are waiting for, right? They might not talk about it, but, fans are waiting for that day where you guys, put it all on the line, so to say.
Yeah, for sure. It's not out of our rivalry either. It's a win-win. Everything's going to the family. So Kade and I fight each other every day. It's nothing different. It's just on a big stage, and we have wars at home. So I'm sure it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I could only imagine. And you were just here for his title defense. So when you got back home, were you like right into camp? You knew like I'm fighting on this day?
Right. I went back to Costa Rica with my brother. After that, we were there for a few weeks, and actually, I was there a month. I had about a little over a week camp back home in Cali, so the majority of the camp was back in Costa, which was I was pretty stoked about because our first, we're building the gym out there, so our first camp to be able to kind of call it a camp out of Costa was pretty cool. A lot of surfing, diving, just running, doing some jiu-jitsu as well, but just making sure I'm in good shape and ready to go.
Keeping it a clean sport. This is a topic that's been coming up, and Gordon Ryan, he recently said in an interview that if testing is introduced into certain events, like nobody's gonna watch them. It's not gonna be that exciting. What do you say about that? You're a proponent for a clean sport.
I mean, obviously we're polar opposites, right? I think it's just ridiculous to tell the next generation that you can't reach their full potential without going on steroids, right? Because look at my brother; he's never touched a steroid in his life, and he's an ADCC world champion, and the youngest ever to do it, right? I've never touched a steroid, and I'm not an ADCC world champ, but IBJJF technically world champ. We can get to the top without him 100%. We're the living proof, and for him to say those kind of claims is. I mean, whatever. It's to each their own, right? He's in his own boat. I don't have too much negative things to say about him. Just whatever. We got different routes, that's for sure.
Oh, no doubt. And it seems like one is doing a great job of keeping it clean, especially with the grappling, because not many promotions have grappling outside of, like, let's say the MMA or the kickboxing.
Right, no, for sure. And I've seen we get in test as well, so that's awesome. Growing up in jiu-jitsu, I've been going against just absolute gorillas, and this like ridiculous strength. Like, well, this isn't normal, So it's nice to kind of feel, something being done about that.
Yeah, without a doubt. And your goal right now is Daggy. What kind of match are you envisioning, dude? I'm envisioning a crazy match because there's always that jiu-jitsu versus Dagestani wrestling. It's gonna be out there, right?
For sure. No, it should be a crazy match, and I'll do whatever it takes to not have a boring match. After my last match with Rainier too, left some salt in my mouth. I didn't like it. It left me kind of eggy, and I want to redeem myself and put on a show for all the fans that support me and watch. And I think fighting Daggy, wherever it is, Darce, buggy, choke, heel hook, I'm gonna get out there and sub him.
There you go. And we're in August right now. What is the plans after this one? I know you want to get this one over with, be healthy. Are you going to get right back into it? Because it seems like the grappling is starting to pump up right now.
Right, for sure. I'm super stoked to see the momentum that the grappling has right now. And yeah, the plan is to stay as busy as possible, keep up the momentum. I want to compete next month if I could. I think it's an all-girls card, so that one might be a little hard. My brother probably have a little bit easier time. Nah. But yeah, I'm going to get out there as soon as possible. I love competing, and I want to keep grinding.
If you want to get on a card, it'd be on the all-girls card, right? If am I right?
It'd be a lot easier, yeah. You ready, Pauline?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, it's an incredible short notice fight that you got that the promotion's putting together. I'm excited to see how you do against Daggy. He's fought for the world title. He's fought in the finals of the Grand Prix, and we'll get a little bit of a taste of what's in your future in MMA as well.
Yes, sir. Sick, brother. I'm excited. He's a beast, yeah, decorated champ, and I'm excited to have a match with him. Big pleasure. Let's go. Yes, sir.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dom Lau here from One Championship. You are tuned into the best damn martial arts news outlet anywhere in Asia. SCMP Martial Arts, baby. Give them a follow.